Spurs 3, Burnley 0. What a fantastic way to start the season. Absolutely gutted though. I said 4-0. We were so close. Tottenham 3, Burnley 0, and a thoroughly professional performance from the lads. It wasn't always pretty, it wasn't always beautiful, but we scored some very good goals, which we'll talk about in a minute. A thoroughly good performance. We actually looked like a well-drilled football team. We had a back four, we had a midfield two, and we had three forwards. It actually looked like a team, and this fan is very happy. Now, let's start as we mean to go on. Yes, it's only Burnley, but as people have said all week, it's a potential banana skin. It's only Burnley. You've got to beat Burnley. And we did beat Burnley. Games will get tougher. Games will get harder. But let's be brutally honest. If I had offered any of you 3-0 before the game, 3 goals, clean sheet, striker grabs 2, your brand new winger gets 2 assists, you're biting my hand off for it. And now we sit second in the table. Sunderland with the alphabetical advantage over Tottenham Hotspur. So it was interesting, wasn't it? Because I was live when the team news came out and everyone was losing their mind, weren't they? Oh my God, Bergvall and Gray in midfield and Sarr, oh my God, it's so young and what are we going to do? And Johnson's on the left. And I said the same thing now that I said then. These guys have to be able to do it against Burnley. If we're worried that some of these players can't do it against Burnley, then they shouldn't be Tottenham Hotspur footballers. But we got the job done. And what's more than that, it's a winning start for Thomas Frank. That's very important. So let's go to the game. We knew what the goalkeeper and back four was going to be. We knew what that was going to be. And the question was, Paulinho and Bentancur both put in incredible shifts the other night. Are they going to start? And most people saying, oh, Bentancur will, but Paulinho probably won't. You don't need a number 6 in a game at home to Burnley. But then the team news comes out and both of them aren't starting. And it was like, okay, all right. Right, Bergvall, Gray, show us what you're made of. Like, this is your time to shine. Now, I think Bergvall did show us in the main what he was made of. Whereas Gray, I thought he struggled. I thought he had a better second half, but I thought he struggled. His passing, he's very weak. And for me, I'm going to say it, I'm so sorry, let's get the negative out of the way. I do feel that he needs a loan. For me, that's only me. I'm not saying he will go on loan, but for me, I feel like he needs a loan. And I think he needs to go away and come back a man, if that makes sense. Anyway, so we had that, didn't we? We had that. And Papa Sarr played alongside them, and I thought Papa Sarr was very good again. Very good. Almost, not as good a player, but almost the kind of N'Golo Kante vibes. He's everywhere. He covers every blade of grass, doesn't he? Getting down the channels, getting back to help out the back four. I thought he was absolutely brilliant again today. And then you've got the back four. Let's talk about the back four. I thought 3 of them, played very well. I thought Van der Ven, Spence and Porro were very good. Romero, for me, not the best game I've seen from him. Very sloppy with his passing. Nearly got us caught out twice in the first half with real, passes that were wayward when there was no pressure on him. He wasn't forced into errors. He was just making errors. Not the best game for Romero, but when you get away with a 3-0 win, it doesn't matter, and hopefully he's got that out of his system now. But the other 3 I thought were very good. I thought Mickey van der Ven was very good today at the back, and he bailed out Romero, didn't he, with that sloppy pass, and he came back and covered him. I thought Spence is just getting better and better for me. I truly believe that. Nothing really goes past him. He drives forward with a ball. Could have got himself on the score sheet as well. So a really good performance from Jed Spence. And Porro, for me, again, he's looking better and better by the game. And it's almost as though he's being coached now. It's almost as though he's being coached to play as a right back, not playing wherever he wanted like last season. And he's getting better and better and better. And Porro, for me, another standout game. I thought he was excellent today. Now, let's talk about Brennan Johnson, and then we'll talk about the 2 that shone. Brennan Johnson, if I said to you, I'm going to sit forward for this one. If I said to you, show me 90 minutes that sums Brennan Johnson up, it is that game, right? It is that game. Nothing in the game, nothing. He offers nothing. His crossing was poor, his passing was poor, he's not strong, but pops up with a goal. And for that, you can't knock him. It doesn't mean I rate him as a footballer, but his ability to get into the box and finish, we can't knock. So I can sit here and say, yeah, I don't particularly rate him. Loads of you can, but he does grab goals. Does that mean I want to see him in the team week in, week out? No. But you can't take it away from him. The boy knows how to put the biscuit in the basket, as my mate says. So, not really a lot to say about Johnson today. He got in the area, scored the goal. Other than that, I didn't really know he was playing. Now, let's go to the two standouts. First of all, let's start with, we'll talk both of them at the same time. If we talk about Kudus and we talk about Richarlison. Now, this is one player I really rate, who I think is currently the best footballer at Tottenham Hotspur, and another player who I don't particularly rate, but was actually really, really good today and capped it off with two wonderful finishes. And of course, the second one was magnifique. But Kudus played his part massively in both. He is head and shoulders the best footballer at this club for me. Head and shoulders. And to think that we had so many fans that didn't want Mohamed Kudus, I don't get it. He is strong, he is quick, he is skillful. There was showboating going on. And on top of that, there was product. There was end product to his game. A really good cross for the first goal that allowed Richarlison to sweep home the half volley. And then an even better cross for the second goal, which Richarlison finished with. Absolutely amazing. I didn't know he had it in his locker. If I'm completely honest, I didn't know Richarlison had that in his locker. And I thought those two built up an instant understanding. And what was nice is we actually had a striker in the box. Last season, our striker was playing on the halfway line. Now it seems that we're getting a striker in the box. Again, basics from Frank, but coaching by Frank. Now, Kudus, for me, as I said, I think he's the best player at the football club. And if he keeps doing that, he's going to just get better and better and better. But now add Savio and Eze with him. We'll talk about those two in a minute. Imagine that. Savio, Eze and Kudus running at teams. It's frightening. Look at the smile on my face thinking about it. It's frightening. The levels above what we've had for years. Frightening. But Kudus for me was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Kudus. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry, someone's trying to call me. Absolutely brilliant. But Richarlison today, look, I thought some of the things in the first half were quite sloppy. His hold-up play, etc. But those two finishes are brilliant. That's what you ask for from your striker. Now, does that mean, oh my God, I'm flip-flopping and I love Richy? No. I will change my mind on Richy when I see that week in, week out. And I'm not expecting him to score worldies every week. But more consistent performances like that are what's needed. Because he followed up, which was a good performance without the goals against PSG. So he did well on Wednesday, followed it up today. That's what you want to see. Week in, week out. That's what the top players do. So I'm not going to lose my mind, and I know everyone's going to go, oh my God, Richie's going to score 50 goals this season, and let's see. But today, top draw Richy, really good finishing, and give yourself a little pat on the back, because finishes like that aren't always easy. So that's what I would say for the players today. That's what I would say. My player ratings, if anyone cares, I would say Vicario, a 6, didn't really have too much to do. Porro, for me, would probably be a 7 or an 8. Romero was a 5. I would say Van de Ven was a 7. Spence was a 7. I thought Gray was a 5. I thought he struggled, if I'm honest. I thought Bergvall was a 7. Sarr was a 7 or an 8. Kudus was a 9. Richy was a 9, and I think Brennan Johnson was a 7. I would have said 5, but the goal boosts him up, doesn't it? So difficult to really rate the subs. I think by the time most of them came on with 3-0 up, didn't get a lot of time. Tell and Odegaard didn't really have a lot of time to get into the game and make things happen. And Solanke, you could probably say, for me, I thought he got in some good positions, looked very rusty, which you would expect because he's been injured. But the one thing I will say when he does get in that box, I never ever quite feel that the goals are coming from him. I never feel that he's a natural goal scorer, a clinical goal scorer. So that would be my player ratings. Now, yes, it's only Burnley, as I said at the beginning of my show. It's only Burnley. Got Man City next week, and as I record this video, they're currently half-time 2-0 up against Wolves. It's going to be a very different game. But will Spurs have 2 new players in? Because what we're hearing today is that a deal is very close for Richy. Very close. Apparently personal terms are done and they weren't a problem. For all those people who say that wages are a problem, again, as I've always said, no, they're not. Apparently he won't be in the squad to play Chelsea tomorrow. I don't know if that's true or not. But is a deal close for Richy? Could we get there? Here we go in the next 24 hours. Fingers crossed. Add Savva to that. Add Savva to that. We're also hearing Hincapié could be on his way. That Spurs want Hincapié. Doesn't mean we'll get him, but that we want him. And also today we're reading that Morgan Rogers is on the list. Morgan Rogers. I mean, has Daniel Levy bumped his head? And if he has, please don't someone bump it back, because this is good. We want this. So I'm going to leave it there. But what I would say is fantastic 3 points. Great to get the season off to a good start. 3 points in the bag. Some really good performances. A lot for Thomas Frank to work on. Looks like we're getting some good signings through the door. Right now, this is a very, very happy Savva. Long may it continue. And as always, come on, you Spurs.